From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Wednesday, December 27th. We are back to a chilly start in the 30s to start out your Wednesday. It won't warm up all that much. We're going to be in the mid-40s by the end of the day. Expect a bit of sunshine, but mostly clouds, and then we are turning the corner on Thursday and Friday for some chances of rain and snow.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
A man is seriously injured after troopers say he crashed his truck and was trapped inside of it for almost a week. Indiana State Police shared pictures of the rescue yesterday. Troopers say 24-year-old Matthew Riem was found under I-94 near Portage, thanks to two local fishermen who found him yesterday afternoon. He had crashed on Wednesday last week and was pinned in his truck. He says he drank rainwater to survive. He's now in South Bend at a hospital. Now to IT Mate. Several shootings made for a violent Christmas. In 48 hours around the holiday, there were 5 murders and 7 shootings in Indianapolis. IT Mate senior investigative reporter Richard Essex takes a closer look at the crimes.
We ran into 3 of them. So, that for us, we were like, what the heck's going on? To have that happen, it's overwhelming.
Lewis Burris is standing just a few feet away from where IMPD says a 24-year-old man was gunned down on Christmas Eve. Burris had been out running errands over the weekend when he came across the police tape strung across the road.
That's it. With the gunplay they've got now, and I see kids having, extended clips, And, my day, we find the gun. We're going to give it to dad or mom or whatever and not really do that, Knuckle up, what we call it, and take care of it that way. But they have no value for life anymore. And to have that happen on Christmas Eve and Christmas time, that's unheard of.
On Christmas Eve, 4 people were shot. 2 others were murdered. Tiara Wycliffe lives near 20th and Bozard, just a few houses down from a murder over this weekend. Gun violence is all too familiar to her. Last December, 10 days before Christmas, her brother was murdered.
Murder someone like that at 2 o'clock in the morning, that would save anybody's life. He'd take off the shirt off his back to give to you. I just don't get it. Like I said, this neighborhood's one. There's nothing good around this neighborhood anymore.
The sound of gunfire is common, she says, if not expected at all times of the day and night.
We hear gunfires every day.
During the day, she feels safe walking around the neighborhood. IMPD regularly patrols the area, but at night, she stays close to home.
Around nighttime, no, not really. You don't know what's going to go on or who's going to do a drive-by or what.
Data from IMPD shows the murder rate in Indianapolis is down from last year. Violent crime dropped significantly since 2021, when 249 people in Indianapolis were murdered. But the feeling on the street is much different.
You should be able to walk around and do whatever you want, without being in fear.
The Marion County Coroner's Office has identified the woman who died following a shooting on East 52nd Street as 24-year-old Shania Shaw. IMPD detectives arrested 24-year-old Sir Brown Jr. for his alleged role in the murder on Christmas Day. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, IT Mate.
Officials say that killing of the 24-year-old woman on Christmas morning highlights the issue of domestic violence during the holidays. Advocates against it are speaking out now on what they're calling a trend in holiday domestic violence. News 8's Samisha Ramsey reports.
This is a trend of domestic violence, they say, every year during the holidays and throughout the winter. Now, Sheltering Wings, a domestic violence nonprofit, notes a rise in domestic abuse, emphasizing power dynamics. They say extended holiday gatherings can exacerbate the issue. plus increased alcohol, holiday pressure, and family stresses contribute to abusive situations. Abuse, often silent, can intensify if not identified and dealt with. That could even lead to the weapons in the home being used in abusive households and situations. Sheltering Winds' Jenna Harris warns of threats and intimidation.
When there's a gun in the house or any firearm or weapon, it does increase the risk of death or serious injury because of abuse. You know, you can use guns for threats and intimidation. How many times has that weapon been pulled on a victim to cause them that fear and that anxiety?
The death of 24-year-old Shania Shaw on Christmas morning highlights this issue. Law enforcement urges immediate help for those facing abuse. If you find yourself in need, reach out to Sheltering Wings or domestic abuse support agencies. I'm Amisha Ramsey for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
A holiday travel home is now underway. Airports in major cities across the country say they're dealing with an influx of people. Delays and cancellations are now being reported at some as a winter storm moves into the Midwest. So far, there are no cancellations at the Indianapolis International Airport as of about 8:30 this morning, and only a few delays. Yesterday, more than 500 flights were delayed in Denver. In Pacers watch, the team hopes to build on last night's win against the Houston Rockets as the players head to Chicago. The Pacers broke a 6-game losing slump in their first game against the Rockets of this year. It was close, though, tied in the fourth quarter, but Pacers star point guard Tyrese Halliburton scored the winning shot. Pacers beat the Rockets 123-117. Then Halliburton met with a young fan in the locker room after the game.
That was a good game, good one to come to.
That was a good comeback, too.
Good comeback. You live in Houston?
Yo, Jude says he uses you on 2K all the time.
He told me. I thought my dude was weak on 2K. He said he's nice. J-U-D?
Get off my man now. I ain't got no smoke fresh. You know that. My favorite.
Yes, sir.
The Pacers play the Bulls in Chicago tomorrow. The Umoja Village celebration and the first day of Kwanzaa took place yesterday. Kwanzaa is an African cultural holiday that celebrates 7 principles. The Indianapolis Kwanzaa Committee kicked off the holiday highlighting the first principle.
This day we're celebrating Umoja, which is unity. Think about the things that you've done this year that embody unity and how they've helped your community, and that's what we're celebrating today with a nice vendor festival and some performances here on the stage at the AMP at 16 Tech.
There are more Kwanzaa celebrations at the Crispus Attucks Museum today. For day 2 of the holiday, the Indianapolis Kwanzaa Committee is hosting inspirational talks at the museum. Today, it will highlight the principle of self-determination. The event is free. It all starts at 2 o'clock and runs until 6. If you bought a ticket for the Hoosier Lottery Powerball on Christmas, you may have won some money. The lottery says a $50,000 ticket was sold in Highland, Indiana. Someone bought it at a gas station on Kennedy Avenue. No one won the Powerball jackpot, though. That is now up to $685 million. The next drawing is set for tonight. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and like us on Facebook.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.